What up, big dogs? Welcome back to another episode of the Screen Surger podcast. Another solo ep. So, my big thing that I want to talk about is just like this is something that really pisses me off, and like it's donuts because I love donuts, but it's definitely like there's cake donuts, there's yeast donuts, and then there's a third type. I don't actually know what those are, but I like the yeast donut the best just because it's like your Krispy Kreme. There's this place in Massachusetts, Martha's Vineyard, real bougie place. And come 12 o'clock, this one bakery takes the operation to the back. They open the back up. It's called Backdoor Donuts, and they sell like the best donuts. They were super cheap the last time I went, like $1 a donut. Amazing, great apple fritters too. I think they've upped the price now. It's become like this like underground kind of influencer place, and probably changed a little bit, but like they made yeast donuts, and then like cake donuts, or if you go to Entenmann's or get like an Entenmann's donut, it's a just a normal the chocolate ones. Those are cake donuts, and they're good. But if I'm going to a bakery, I want a yeast donut, like a Krispy Kreme donut, because they're lighter, they're fluffier. It's like a donut. It's hot, it's warm, it's delicious. And then this brings me to my main point here, which is like there's this place that just opened up by my house. It didn't just open up. It's actually, I'll get to that. It opened up like 2 years ago, Duck Donuts. I went in there opening day. I was hyped because I'm like, we finally have a donut place in our town. I love donuts. We don't have Krispy Kreme. We don't have a backdoor donuts. We have nothing. Dunkin' Donuts fucking sucks, okay? You won't catch me ever buying a donut from Dunkin' Donuts unless it's the vanilla cream fill. That's pretty decent donut. And it's the only one I'll ever get from Dunkin'. But Dunkin' doesn't make their donuts fresh. Dunkin' just like gets them shipped in and then heats them up and some bullshit like that. It's ridiculous. But this place, Duck Donuts, I walk in there, I order a half a dozen donuts, and like it was legitimately, I think $30. I was like, what the fuck is how is a donut $30? Because I ordered six of them, but that's like $4 a donut, I think, if you did the math. No, four times six, four times two is eight. It's more than that. I don't know, guys. I look, I failed math four times. I failed math every time I took it in college. I had to cheat to pass that class. But then I get the donut, and they're like these super overdone cake donuts, and it's like, first off, it tastes like shit. All right. Second off, it's like a cake consistency, and it's hot and it's warm, but it's too heavy. I can have one of these, and I feel sick. Is where I can have a box of Krispy Kremes and feel sick from it. I can't have more than one or two duck donuts. They're just too heavy. And then the audacity to like, just because you put a fucking little umbrella on the donut and paint it with sprinkles, like that does not make it worth more. That's bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Fuck you, Duck Donuts. Fuck you. And I quite frankly never went there again, ever. The best one that they had though was the cinnamon sugar, because that was like a real old school classic. I just can't stand when these fucking places come around and they open up, oh, we're a donut store and we sell donuts for $7 a pop, and we ice the shit out of them and we make them look like something they're not. It's a fucking donut. It should be $1. It should be simple, small, made of yeast, and it should just be a little snack, and it shouldn't be anything more than that. And it should be affordable. And last week when I drove past Duck Donuts, the thing that I had been praying for since it opened came true. They closed down. I'm so happy to see that happen, because how fucking dare you come into my neighborhood, start selling your fucking bullshit ass product, acting like it's something it's not. And the beautiful thing about this whole story is from this, I found 7-Eleven donuts. 7-Eleven donuts, if you live on Long Island, they're supplied by this bakery, Glen Wayne Bakery. And like they are the closest thing to a Krispy Kreme that I have found. You know, they're so fresh and they're delicious and restocked every day, and they're cheap, they're $1. It's like that is the donut spot. It's so underrated, so low key. I'm not going to gatekeep it though. And I'm pretty sure I've never really had 7-Eleven donuts outside of where I live, but I'm pretty sure that like they're all supplied by local bakeries, so they're going to be really fresh option. And the funny thing about that is there's a store that opened across from Duck Donuts. Glenway Bakery opened up their own satellite shop. So I walk, which is like this small little thing. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be exciting. We have one in my town. This is awesome. I don't have to go to 7-Eleven to get fresh donuts anymore. I walk into the Glen Wayne bakery. I don't smell fresh baked donuts. It's incredibly off-putting. You know, imagine walking into a pizza place and not smelling anything, and it smells like bleach and wipes and like sterile. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? That's what I smelled when I walked into Glen Wayne Bakery. It's called Glenn's Donuts, but it's supplied by Glen Wayne. And I was like, what's going on here? There's no pastry rack where they have the pastries. It was like a new store, but like they should have had a thing where the donuts are fresh baked, put in there. They should have put on a little bit of a show. They should have had the pink boxes you could put the donuts in like they do in Los Angeles. They should have amped it up a little bit. No, they had shelves like the fucking Apple store. It was like the Apple store in this donut shop. They had prearranged boxes with the donuts in there, and you can only get certain configurations. You couldn't buy individual donuts. I was like, well, I'm here now. I might as well try it. So I get a box of donuts and I bring it to the cash register and I go to give them cash. By the way, I hyped this up. I told my whole family this is here. My mom gave me a $20 bill and said, go get some donuts. Like, this is a big thing for me. They said, we don't take cash. I'm like, excuse, you don't take cash? This is America, not China. You should take cash. Like, that's bullshit. I said, all right, you don't take cash, then I don't buy your donuts. I put the donuts right there. I left them and I walked out and I never entered again. How you going to open up a donut shop with, I'm sure your donuts are like fine, but whatever. But you're going to like not, first if I own that donut shop, I'd be wafting the smell of fresh baked donuts into the building with a fan, whether I bake them there or not, period. Okay. And I'd be wafting it out into the streets too to bring people to the donut shop. Second, I would never not accept cash, right? I understand there's reasons why they do that, but that's just so lame. And also a bakery should like have a display. Like it's all about the atmosphere when it comes to like a restaurant or food. This is why I love Uncle Giuseppe's, Stu Leonard's. It's not just about the buying, it's about the experience. Okay, it's like going to Disneyland. When I'm going to buy a donut, I want to feel something. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel anything at this little satellite shop, and it was just so incredibly weird. And it's like if you've ever been to Baked by Melissa in New York City. I went to one in New York City. I don't know if they have them anywhere else, but the the cupcakes, we go in there. Our friends, we were like, oh yeah, we have to try this. I'm like, whatever, like let's go get it. Again, we got this like little thing of cupcakes. First off, they're mini cupcakes, not really mini cupcakes. They're like half the size of a mini cupcake. So I already automatically feel like I'm getting ripped off when I see that. We walked in though, they didn't have any cupcakes on display. They're like, oh, hello, how can we help you? I'm like, oh, where are the cupcakes? Oh, they're in the back. You have to tell us what you want. I'm like, oh, okay. What are the options? They say, well, we have this in stock, that. You have it in stock. Like, a bakery is not supposed to be run like a car dealership where you have to like pre-order some package configuration. You should just have the shit in the shelf and I can look and say, I want one of those, one of these, That's it. That's it. It's not that hard. Okay? And I say, whatever, we all decide we'll get like this one pack, this variety pack of like 10 cupcakes or 12 or whatever. Again, it came out at like $40 for these little cupcakes with a drop of icing. He goes into the back, he brings them out, rings me up $40 later. I'm like, whatever. I'm pissed off now. If you piss me off before I even get the food, like it ruins the eating experience for me because always the pre-eating experience is an indicator of the eating experience. You know what I mean? If they don't put the love into the atmosphere of their donut shop or their bakery, there's no love in the baking. There's no love in the donuts, and it's going to come across. It comes across every time. So I started to I ate a couple and they just weren't good. I didn't like them. They weren't fresh. Like it wasn't my, there was no love in that. There was no love there. And I felt like I got ripped off. And that's why these like pop-up shops, they all go out of business. They're just like money grabs, like Baked by Melissa, Crumble Cookie, Insomnia Cookie. I'm never trying those places. For one, I'm not about to burn 1,000 calories, use the 1,000 calories on a cookie. Two, it's just a cookie. There's nothing special about it. And it's crap food. And I know that they don't put the quality into making that cookie, that donut, whatever it is. So it's always the unsung hero. Like it's 7-Eleven where I'm at. That's where I get my donuts. And I will do a nightly donut run there. And I'll get a glaze. I'll put it in the microwave for like 7 seconds, the sweet spot. Chef's kiss. Fucking amazing. They really do a good job of You know what the thing about a good bakery is they really do a good job of sexualizing the food. You know what I mean? You walk in there, the pastries, the baked goods, they're on display. Like a good local bakery. Got your bread here, you got the pastries. they're it's like you feast your eyes, okay? It's like car shopping. You see the car on the side of the road. There's more to it than just like these people started. They're like, oh yeah, people are just gonna come buy my donut. No, I'm not gonna buy your donut. You got to sell me your donut, okay? And that's just something that like drives me crazy. And now I'm waiting for this place Glen Wayne to go out of business, which inevitably it will, because all of these, not the main bakery, because that place is cool. I'm talking like the pop up shop that's just a quick money grab. All of these places will like they'll crumble because, no pun intended, they suck, and there's no way that they'll survive. The customer's not stupid, and if you don't like make something good, then people won't want it. You know, I'm really big on my food. I love food. I wish Long Island had a good donut place. That's one of the things that, you know, if when the podcast all comes together, I'm going to be taking a lot of my money from this, and I'm going to probably open a donut shop, honestly. And I'm going to sell them for $1, and I'm going to open it up in a place where it's like really, really bustling nightlife. And it's not just going to be any donut shop, though. It's going to be like the smart thing about the way I do business, right, is I want to take aspects of all successful businesses. So, what are some businesses that would never go out of business, right? Gas stations, funeral homes, strip clubs, right? So, so if I did some type of combination of a gas station, funeral home, strip club, like all together, all one company that had either different little companies working out of it, or it's all one thing, and it's called like funeral home, strip club, gas, like, you know, and or you go to the strip club and like the stripper poles are outside by the gas pumps, and then there's like a drive-by funeral. I don't know the specifics of it yet, but it's gonna be something like that. And my main product that I'm gonna sell is donuts, right? Now I've kind of gotten sidetracked here because I'm gonna sell donuts from there, but I'm also gonna have my own donut shop, right? That I'm sorry for the whole strip club, funeral home thing. That will be like its own business that I run. I want to open those up in every state. The donut shop, though, I want the donut shop to be like it's going to be like a little small little bakery, and it's going to smell really good. I'm going to waft the smell into the streets. So all these drunk people, right? They come up and they're like, "Oh yeah, everyone has like cash when they're out drinking. Dollar, dollar. I'll make five. I will sell if I could sell 1,000 donuts a night, which I think is very possible. And you do that 2 night like Friday, Saturday. That's $2,000 a weekend. Let me do the math on that real quick. 2,000 a weekend, right? So 2,000 times 54 weeks a year, so 54 weekends, right? It's $108,000 a year. That's not good at all for a whole bakery. But so that could just be the weekends though, or the weekends at night. That might. Hmm. Okay, so what if I charge $2? That anything more than $2, I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable charging. It's just too much. $2 per donut times, say 2,000 a night if each person buys 2 donuts, and that means if you sold to 500 people times two, 1,000. Okay, so we could lowball it and say it's 1,000 times two. So say you make $1,000 times 54. That's even less money than originally intended. I got to work out the specifics of it, but it really is a dream of mine. I'm gonna run a movie podcast company that also sells donuts, and then on the side I'll own funeral home, strip club, gas station combinations, and those will just be kind of like like I'll have other people running those, but like I'll make most of the money from it. It's kind of like my 5 year plan. Maybe I'll start a boy band too. I used to be in a boy band, right? Boy band days, but I don't know. It's a lot of work. I feel like I should just stick to one thing for now, which is going to be the movies and the pod. The pod fuels the movies. guys, this is it's the beauty of life is I got all these decisions to make. I can do any of these things I want to. I just have to figure out where I want to put my energy. It's fucking amazing. And I think that's the pod for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and make these longer in the future, but I'm just trying to make a bunch of them now, get my thoughts out into the world. Yeah.